Welcome to Authentic English Podcast, your weekly show where education meets recreation. Here's your host with 20 years plus of teaching experience, Marcia Pike.
Happy 2018. It's that time of the year again. Have you already made your New Year's resolutions? You haven't? How come? Many people don't make resolutions as their resolutions have failed before. Others because they don't believe that setting resolutions actually work. And they're the ones, myself included, who have just stopped going through the trouble because their resolutions are the same ones every single year. According to Time magazine, the reason resolutions fail is that people don't put in enough effort to allow them to succeed. As stated in Forbes, just 8% of people achieve their New Year's resolutions. Just 8. Shocker, isn't it? I don't know about you, but I'm part of that 92% who do not achieve their resolutions. Several years ago, a student of mine asked me about my resolutions. I told him they were the same ones every single year. Losing weight, exercising, eating healthy, saving money, and the list went on and on and on and on. And he just looked at me and said, "You will never achieve your resolutions." And I was just like, "What? That's harsh." And he started laughing. He's a very nice guy. And he said that my resolutions were way too vague and resolutions need to be specific. He then asked me questions which were very specific, like, how much weight do you want to lose? How are you going to lose weight? How often are you going to exercise? As I was planning this episode, I remember that conversation I had with my student and decided to look into the topic. Through my research in Time magazine, Forbes, and the Huffington Post, I have summarized 5 important things for you to keep in mind when you set your resolutions for 2018. Number 1, prioritize your goals. Now's not the time to make a bucket list, personally or professionally speaking. By focusing on some resolutions, you'll have a bigger chance of following through. Number 2, make realistic resolutions. Don't shoot for the moon and the stars. Focus on attainable resolutions. Overly ambitious resolutions might end up getting you demotivated in the long run. Number 3, be specific. Ask yourself questions like who, what, where, when, why, how often, the famous WH questions, to help you figure out your resolutions. Like my student said, resolutions and goals need to be specific. He was right. Number 4, plan ahead. Think about when your resolution is going to fit in your schedule. By setting a specific time, you'll have a bigger chance of succeeding. And last but not least, number 5, don't beat yourself up. Take some time to reevaluate your resolution. And if needed, make adjustments and find alternatives. Now that we have gone over tips on how to achieve our resolutions, let's explore structures related to resolutions. I'm going to use the same resolution so that you can easily compare the structures, okay? The first structure is I promise plus infinitive. I promise to be more organized this year. I really do. The second structure is I promise I will, or I promise that I will, plus base form. Base form is also referred to as bare infinitive in some grammar books. It is simply the infinitive without the particle to. For example, to be is the infinitive. Be is the base form or the bare infinitive. So, I promise I will be more organized this year. Or, I promise that I will be more organized this year. The third structure is I will plus base form. I will be more organized this year. Will is commonly used to make promises. The fourth structure is I am going to plus base form. I'm going to be more organized this year. Going to is commonly used to make plans. Another way of making plans is I plan on plus gerund. I plan on being more organized this year. And finally, the last one is my New Year's resolution is to plus base form. My New Year's resolution is to be more organized this year. Let me share my resolutions for 2018. As I don't want to get derailed by setting too many goals, I'm just going to set 2 resolutions. My first resolution is to give the best of me to Authentic English Podcast and to my listeners and viewers. I promise I'll do my best to deliver interesting and up-to-date content. My second resolution is to adopt a healthier lifestyle. I promise to lose 4 kilograms and keep a stable weight throughout the year. If I think about an attainable resolution, I would say 3 kilograms. If I think about a realistic resolution, I would say 1 to 2. It's because I just really love eating. So let's keep it at 4 kilograms, and then I'll see throughout the year. Well, to achieve my goal, I'm going to have healthier eating habits, exercise more often, and take the stairs home 11 flights of stairs. Well, to end this episode, you're going to listen to friends of mine talking about their resolutions for 2018.
Hello, my name is Rita, and I'm very excited to be participating in the Authentic English podcast. I guess I'll start out by introducing myself. Well, I just said my name is Rita, but my connection to Marcia is that we're friends. We met in 7th grade, and we were just very, very best friends, and we had a very special friendship. And I remember people used to call me Marcia and call her Rita because we were always together, and people used to make fun of us, and we're still friends nowadays. Of course, we spent some years living in different cities, so the friendship changed a little bit, but we're still, the chemistry is still there, and we still laugh about silly things, and it's really great. It's a friendship that I truly cherish. So for this podcast, she asked me to talk about my New Year's resolutions. So my resolution for the year of 2018 is to wake up early and do my meditation practice. So the best time to wake up for your meditation, at least for my meditation practice, I would say is around 5:30 a.m. And the problem is most of the times I get very lazy and I let my body dominate me in a way that I can't get out of bed. And the thing is, when I do get up and do my practice, which consists of postures and breathing exercises and mantras and meditation, my day is so much better, and I have so much more energy, and everything is better. So I really want to achieve this resolution. And I guess a way of achieving this resolution is a very simple way, by setting the alarm clock. Now, the reason that I don't set the alarm clock is that my partner, he's been meditating for 18 years, and so he gets up. He doesn't have any problems getting up. So I'm usually like, oh, I'll just wait for him to get up. I'll hear him get up, and then I'll get up. But I don't think that's right. I think I have to really set my own alarm, and I think that's going to help me a lot. And a second way of achieving this resolution is to go to bed earlier and sleep better. Try not to look at any kind of computer screen or phone screen like an hour before bed, and sleep early. So those are the ways in which I think I can achieve this resolution. So that's it. And I'm very excited to be participating in the Authentic English podcast. I think it's going to be just a great podcast, entertaining, and great for English learners. So thank you very much, and I hope everybody has a great new year.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you are listening to the Authentic English podcast. And today I'm here to talk to you about New Year's resolutions, and I'm going to share with you my top 2 for the year. And before I go into that, though, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So I was born here in the United States in the Carolinas, South Carolina specifically. I live in North Carolina currently, just outside of Charlotte. So the first thing that I want to do, and I feel kind of bad for even sharing this, because about 90% of Americans where I'm at have this New Year's resolution, and that is just to get in better shape. So I've always been involved in sports, but with family obligations and work as well, it's very challenging to find time to work out and so on and so forth. So my passion in sports right now is cycling. It's been for the last 10 years. And I used to race competitively, but I was a lot lighter. But anyways, at this point, it's just to get in better health and stuff like that. So my goal is to lose some weight. I'm shooting for specifically about 1 to 2 pounds per week. That's just under 2 kilos, or excuse me, 1 kilo per week. That's the maximum. And by doing that, I've already mapped out a plan to ride about 4 times per week total, starting off just 30 minutes at a time, and then work my way back up to some good time on the bike. It's a wonderful thing to go out and be able to ride. The other thing, too, is I have continued to lift weights, even though I haven't been riding or running. I do lift a couple times a week, and that helps. So that's number 1. The other one is under what I would classify as professional. I just completed 10 years with my company, and it's time to move on and do something else. So far I've been working in a pretty narrow field of group benefits. I wouldn't say it's narrow because there's quite a few different areas that I've worked within, but it still is just very one small aspect of insurance. So I'm looking to make a change within the next 3 or 4 months. It's kind of difficult because I have to weigh a lot of different things, given that I have a family. I just can't cut and run. And I would like to stay with the company as well. So maybe I'll do something different within. Or maybe I'll branch out, do some consulting. That's been an option as well. So anyways, that one's kind of a little bit more difficult to nail down, but in terms of providing some specific details, obviously that involves doing some research on what's out there, what's available first of all, and then 2, updating your resume, networking, and reaching out to some of the contacts that I have. And then, if I do decide to post for something, interviewing, going through that process. For me, it's not all about the financial aspect of it, because I'm in a good place right now, but again, you have to find a new challenge at some point, and so that's what I'm looking to do. Anyways, I wish you a Happy New Year, and I really hope 2018 is a great year for you as well. Thank you very much for letting me share this with you. Have a good day.
Hi everyone, my name is Jamils Resolution. I am coming to you from Pensacola, Florida, and I'm going to talk to you today about New Year's resolutions. I don't actually set New Year's resolutions. I've tried in the past, and it just doesn't work for me. What I do instead is I set a word for the year. This is something that sets the tone or the energy of what I would like to move toward in the coming year. It's a little less harsh if you aren't always able to live up to it. So my word for the coming year is santosha. It is actually a Sanskrit word which means contentment. For me, it's very difficult to be happy with what I have, to be content, to really enjoy the blessings in my life. I'm always working for more, looking to do better, and sometimes I really miss on all of the things that I actually have already in my life, which are really good and positive. So my hope for 2018 is that in spite of all of the negativity in the world, that I'm able to sit in and sink into what I have already and enjoy it and appreciate it and wrap my arms around all the good that currently surrounds me. My other tradition is to set a word for what I wish to leave behind me in 2017. So what I wish to let go of and leave. For me, this word is doubt. Doubt eats away at your confidence, at your ability to accomplish things. It causes anxiety. All of these things are true for me. So I want to have less doubt in my life. I've come to a point where I know who I am and what I want, and I want to just let that energetic of that undermining negative energy go. So I'm going to work to leave that in 2017, and I'm going to move toward santosha or contentment. So those are my New Year's resolutions or words for the year, and I hope this is helpful. My very best to all of you and to Masya, and I hope you have a great 2018, whatever you set for yourselves.
It's that time. Christmas time is here. Everybody knows there's not a better time of year. Hear that sleigh. Santa's on his way. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation. Got a ton of stuff to celebrate. Now it's
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. First of all, I want to say hello to Marcia and wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Second of all, I would like to tell you my New Year's resolution. And it's going to be the same resolution that I make every single year. You see, it's not what I eat from Christmas to Christmas Eve. It's what I eat from Christmas Eve to Christmas. With all the children in the world leaving cookies and milk for me as I deliver their presents, I gain an awful lot of weight. And Mrs. Santa Claus starts me on a diet she calls healthy. I call the reindeer diet, starting Christmas, and it goes all the way to Christmas Eve. Please do not stop leaving cookies and milk for me. I enjoy it very, very much. But I do gain the weight. My New Year's resolution is forced upon me. I must lose weight. Otherwise, I will not be able to fit down chimneys. And that would be a disappointment to the children throughout the world. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Ho, 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 ho.
Christmas vacation, Christmas vacation, Christmas vacation, Christmas vacation, Christmas vacation, Christmas vacation, fa la 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 and ho ho ho. Jingle jangle jingle as we go. Let the spirit of the
Wow, thank you so much for being part of this. This is so special to me. I had only been in touch with Rita, my Siamese twin. That's what our history teacher used to call us. And this is such an amazing way to be in touch with all of you again. The last time I saw Mr. Green was in 5th grade. He was my 5th grade teacher, and it is such an honor to have him on the show because he's truly one of my biggest inspirations as a teacher. So thank you so much, Mr. Green, and thank you so much, Rita, Steve, and Jamil. This is really, really special to me. I really do appreciate it. Well, changing old habits and behaviors can be a daunting task, at least for me. In 2018, let's be the exception and not the rule. Let's be part of that 8% who achieve their resolutions. Happy New Year!
Great having you with us today. Keep on with Marcia on social media. Head over to AuthenticEnglishPodcast.com to practice what you've just learned. And subscribe, rate, and review. Take care.